What was wrong with the TV that was repaired the morning of the murder?
I think one of my boys might have thrown something at it. There was like a little crack in the TV.
I wanted to see what it was like to throw things at a TV. And I happened to have a TV knocking around my house from 2011. So it's even older than Wendy's TV. And therefore, if Wendy's TV had more sophisticated anti-smashing properties on the screen, this one should theoretically be easier to break. So what you're going to see is a recording of me throwing things at a TV and then finally taking a hammer to it. And I was recording sound at the time, but it didn't come across well. So I'm going to do some narrations and put some graphics on the screen about what's going on. And I think you'll have a pretty good idea what the results are going to be. And spoiler alert, no kid throwing his shoe at a TV made that kind of damage. So let's go smash something together. So the first thing I'm going to throw is my shoe, because I don't have any little kid shoes in my house right now, and I figured, well, it should work. And remember too, this was supposed to be a toddler throwing it up against the wall at 6 feet. Now you can see there's a reason I am not a professional baseball player. So there were a few lost attempts, but long and short of it, no marks at all. So next I tried the TV remote. It had some nice sharp corners, hard plastic. I made 3 attempts, one of which didn't even hit the TV. Yeah, there's a reason I'm not a baseball player. But again, there may be a little scratch, but nothing like a spider web break. Next, I upped the game with a cat figurine that I had that was hard plastic with pointy ears and other pointy bits. It did scratch the TV some, but still didn't break it. However, the TV broke the cat. Bummer. All right. So without further ado, let's get to the hammer. It was surprisingly difficult to get a spiderweb crack in the TV. I had to try several times with increasing force, and I'm not naturally used to smashing things with hammers, so, but there is something kind of cathartic about it, I guess. And yes, I did end up with a spider web. I'd be really curious to see what Wendy's looked like. Of course, it wouldn't really hold up in court because she could just say, well, yeah, I did hit it with a hammer in a moment of temper and I was too embarrassed to admit it, or whatever story she would make up to cover. But at least we know, you and I, that really no toddler tossing a shoe at a TV caused that kind of damage. Thanks for coming with me on this kind of crazy little side trip and rabbit trail. I appreciate it.
How long had the TV been broken at the time that it got repaired?
I honestly don't remember.
Could it have been a long time, quite a long time?
No, it could have been, I would be completely speculating. I don't remember how long it was broken for.
Do you remember who repaired the TV?
Yes, it was called the Geek Squad.
Do you remember the window that the Geek Squad gave you for when they were going to be at your home to do this repair?
I do. I think they said it was 8 to 12 or 9 to 1, something like that.
Okay. Would you agree with me if I told you it was 8 to 12?
That sounds right.
All right. And do you recall what time the repairman actually arrived?
No, but I remember they came on the early side.
Okay. And was the repair done?
No.
Why not?
Because I called my brother to find out how much a new TV would cost versus how much the repair cost, and it didn't make sense to repair it.
It's cheaper to buy a new TV.
Yep.
The records indicate the repairman was there for about 45 minutes. Does that sound accurate to you?
Sure. That's my best. Sure.
Why was he there for that long, just to tell you, like, this thing can't be repaired, or it's cost prohibitive to repair? Do you remember?
I don't. My guess is he was there to try to see how he could repair the TV, and then he gave me an estimate, and then I found out what the estimate compared to the cost of a new TV would be.
Who paid the repairman?
I did.
The repairman, you're familiar with his statement that you seemed really upset that day. What were you upset about?
I have no idea.
Were you upset that day?
I don't remember being. Oh, yes, I was upset that day. I was upset. I remember Danny wanted to take the kids swimming, and I wanted to pick them up earlier in the day.
Okay,
And
so nothing to do with the TV.
I don't think so. I probably wasn't that upset about the TV.
Did you ever use the TV as code for the murder?
No.
Did you ever hear your mom do that?
No.